Ever since I started my MA, there was one project I wanted to do. This one, entitled Culture Crossroads. The whole point of the project is to document the cultural, historical, and natural heritage of the Balkans, the area I was born and live in. But it wasn't that easy. The whole point is that the Balkans are a huge area to document, and I didn't really realize that up until I started doing it. So far, I've documented bits and pieces of Bulgaria, Romania, and Greece, and next year will be some parts of Croatia, Macedonia, and Serbia. Since it dawned on me that it's a really huge project, I needed subcategories. So I devised 6 of them. Here are the first 3 of them. Admire architecture, which is concentrated on architectural heritage, be it historical or not so much. Be part of culture, which focuses on customs and traditions. Experience the present, which focuses on food and whatever else. And the other 3, remember the past, which deals with historical heritage, archaeological sites and such. Feel the religion, which deals with places of worship of all kinds. And see nature, which is basically beautiful landscapes. So, throughout the MA, I've taken lots and lots of pictures, most of them quite experimental. So I started with doing pictures like this, basically documenting what's around me and what is important for the nations around the Balkans. So here is the celebration of 140 years of freedom in Bulgaria. This one is part of my portfolio for the previous module, which is Irving Penn style inspired portrait of Bulgarian meals and recipes. So this one is basically stuffed peppers, one of my favorite recipes. So here we come to the idea of what I intend to do for my final major project, which would be part of the Culture Crossroads project, but would not be this broad in scope, since I decided that I wouldn't be able to deliver good results in such a short time. My idea is to document the cultural and mainly historical heritage of my hometown and the capital of Bulgaria, Sofia. Since I noticed that the Culture Crossroads project is so huge in scope that I wouldn't be able to complete it within the next year, so it would probably be an ongoing project. So throughout the whole thing with Sofia, I'll be looking for interesting angles, unseen perspectives, such as this one with the reflections, controversial places that have a lot to say, cultural and historical heritage which is abundant in Sofia, contrasts as well, and some diversity in terms of ethnicity, maybe. So I've already started documenting some parts and some aspects of Sofia, mainly religion, during one of the previous modules. And I was quite pleased with some of the results, such as this one. I really loved the layering of reflections here. I also documented some of the abandoned buildings that are really amazing to shoot, such as this one. So my main idea for working on this project, which is a sub-project basically of my huge idea, is that I wouldn't be able to work on something so great and finish it within the scope of this MA. That's why I decided to focus on something which is at my fingertips and which I know, because this is the city I was born in. So basically I know, well, maybe not everything about it, but at least most of the things about it. And there are a lot of contrast things, such as this one. This is one of the stores in my own neighborhood, which looks like it's been taken out of the 1950s. I don't know why, but it's an amazing place to shoot. This one, on the other hand, is the city center, which for some absurd idea in the 1950s was fashioned after Stalinist Moscow. So when you go there, you think as if you're somewhere in Russia. And this is a church that was saved by chance. So as you can see, there are a lot of places that need to have their story told. So that is my initial idea, and well, I came up with this fairly soon, so I haven't really polished everything about that. As for interesting angles, I'll be looking for reflections. I'm a bit of a fan of puddles, so I have a few images like this. I'll be looking for contrasts in terms of imagery, and I'll try to run away from the picture postcard cliched angles because everyone has seen them and they're not really interesting. I'll be looking for something like this. For example, this is one of the symbols of Sofia, a really huge church. Well, I think one of the biggest on the Balkan Peninsula. So this is mainly what I intend to do in terms of scope. I've already started something, but I have a lot to do. So within the next few months will be a lot of walking around and shooting, I guess. I'll be trying to capture moments like that, which was a total chance for me. So I have some idea of what I want to do, but unfortunately I totally lack research. I have only one inspiration in particular because I'm really familiar with the work of those guys. They have a project called Sketches of Sofia. So each and every day there is a person, one of them I guess, who walks around Sofia and takes pictures of anything. I mean, they have architecture, they have street photography, they even have food photography to some extent. I'll be doing mostly architecture though. So these people are one of my inspirations, but any other idea of artists' work I might look into are most welcome. I would really love to have a exhibition in terms of presentation, but things in Bulgaria are not that easy, so I'll be looking into some collaborative spaces and any place I could exhibit my work, but I would really love to have an exhibition. As for promotion, most of my work would be promoted on social networks, as is the whole Culture Crossroads project. So we're talking about mainly Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, since those are the networks I work in. Thank you for your attention and give your ideas, they're most welcome.